Hello, welcome to our channel. This is going to be fairly short. Thank you for coming. You are the salt of the earth. You are the people that make the world go round. You are the most important people on this planet. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Trump has had enough of Iran. You said, I've had enough. It's done. It's over. It's through. Next week will be a very exciting week. There's going to be a lot of exciting things happening. So, we'll find out. This is brought to you by Noble Gold. What's my relationship with them? They sent me a hat, which is really cool, the red one with a horse on it. And they donate to my nonprofit, and I talk about Noble Gold. I never see the money. So I can tell the truth about my relationship with them. I don't make a dime, and I love to advertise for them because they are some great people. I really like them. I get along with them really well, and I can reach out and touch them. And we have a gold dealer in town. Every once in a while I buy some Morgan dollars, one or two of them for birthdays and stuff. But I just bought a whole bunch of silver, and that's going to be the birthday, Christmas, and Easter presents forever. We'll take them out to a restaurant, and we'll give them silver coins. The relatives, they're beginning to expect it. And have you gotten your retirement? Your retirement lately and looked at it and gone, uh-oh, I just went down. You know, it's really disheartening to watch your retirement plummet. And so mine just keeps going up and up and up. Gold just keeps going up. Silver keeps going up. And my retirement, you know, someday I'll retire. I'm 67. And someday I'll decide to retire. But for now, let's keep this planet in one piece. Pray for Trump. Pray for wisdom for Trump. And let's keep this planet in one piece. August 7th, tell Betty Boop, Susie Wiles. I'm going to call her Betty Boop because she's about as worthless as Betty Boop. I'm sure she works really hard. She's been in politics her whole life. I'm sure she's sworn loyalty to the big L, Lucifer. But tell Betty Boop that the next attempt on Trump will be 7 August. Unless you call, you will get no more information. I really don't care, Betty Boop. So, and the Disabled American Veterans had a very interesting article. There's a reason I'm a lifetime member for the Disabled American Vets. If you are homeless or nearing homelessness and you are a veteran, you need to go to the major Disabled American Veterans office. You need to go to the DAV, make an appointment, and go to their office, and they will have a program to get you off the streets. The homeless veteran population has gone from 35,000 to 32,000. It's probably 10 times higher than that. But, you know, these are the official government statistics. Ooh, like I trust the government. If you are near homeless and you're a veteran, go to the DAV. If you have a home and you can't make the payments, if you're in an apartment, you can't make the payments, you lost your job because you're a white male, go to the DAV. Don't question it. Don't go to another service organization. Go to the Disabled American Vets, and for God's sakes, join them. I joined them as a lifetime member. There are all kinds of VA programs they help start, and they know the ins and outs to get you into a place permanent. So, anyway, on to the news. Powell, the Fed chairman, he refuses to lower interest rates as home starts dump, credit card defaults skyrockets, college loans defaults skyrocket, car loans plummet. Nobody's buying cars anymore. In China, it's so bad that the 6 major companies are ready to file bankruptcy. They were all forced to put out electric cars, and nobody wants them. They have this little $7,000 electric car, and they can't even afford them in China. But anyway, yeah, our cars are $70,000. How come they're $7,000 in China? Because the people in America want you dead. They want all your money, and then they want you dead. It's very simple. But anyway, Powell refuses to lower interest rates. He wants to see credit card defaults. He wants to see car loans plummet, and he wants to see new home sales starts plummet. Oh, China and the CIA are still buying massive amounts of homes. When China buys a home, they put up solar panels with control panels in it that can shut down our grid. See, they have over 20 drone bases underground, ready to strike our military bases. They bought the land next to it and started building underground at night. Everybody's building underground bases. So we are ready for a massive destruction of our military bases if we start a conflict with Iran. But on the other hand, if we start a conflict with Iran, all the countries on Iran's side, the debts are canceled. So we'll have a debt of 0. Maybe that's where we're headed. We'll talk about that later. So anyway, fear not, China and the CIA are buying up all kinds of homes, and China's installing electronics on their farms all across America to shut down our grid and fire drones at our military bases. Hey, go China. Thank you, Biden, for allowing this. I'm sure Betty Boop in the White House will probably brief Trump eventually. Maybe it's going to be too late. So as Iran has no grid and the Ukraine grid is shutting down, I think I'll invest in digital money. Put my money in the stock market. Yeah, let's go to Wachovia or Wells Fargo so they can steal $10,000 from me like they did from this ambassador. Yeah, I invest in gold and I only go to Noble Gold. Anyway, the Ukraine war continues to push on. Russia is advancing on all fronts. They realize Trump will not make peace, so they're just going to take the Ukraine. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian and Russia delegation have decided on what type of water bottles they're going to have at their peace negotiations, while 12 years of war have devastated and killed over 1.5 million Ukrainians and caused the country to depopulate. In the meantime, they're deciding what the color of the tablecloth shall be and the bottled water shall be. The peace negotiations continue after 12 years of the elite Rothschilds conflict. They want that coltan for the space program. Victoria Nuland, who started the murders in the Ukraine, is still collecting money from the State Department. Trump is still paying her after she's responsible for killing of 1.5 million Ukrainians. And let's go into Israel. I cannot believe that a gay porn star is running the Ukraine. Couldn't you choose somebody with any credibility, CIA? Bunch of freaks. Anyway, in Israel, the Americans are evacuating Israel. They're using cruise ships and other ships to get the Americans out of Israel. There's a lot of Americans in Israel. And the 5th Fleet base headquarters in Bahrain has been evacuated because they're afraid Iran will launch on them. They launch their secret weapons. They have missiles that go 4,500 miles. They overwhelmed Iron Dome and slammed Israel again, as Israel slams Iran. You know, it's amazing. The Iran Ayatollah's underground, right? Conducting the war from underground. Zelensky's drinking champagne in his Miami mansion as he kills more Ukrainians. The Ayatollah's underground sipping his champagne. Yes, he drinks. Yes, he eats shellfish. He's not a good Muslim. He's not a good Jew. He's not a good anything. He does what he wants. He's the Ayatollah. He's underground sipping champagne as the people above him are dying. And much of his staff have already fled up the Caspian Sea in little motorboats right on up to Russia. His staff has abandoned him. And he's the Ayatollah sitting underground, sipping champagne, eating lobster, because they have big lobster farms in Iran. Didn't know if you knew that. The Old Testament clearly says don't eat shellfish, don't eat pork. But they sell pork and shellfish in the grocery stores. Iran is about a third Jewish descendants. Now, 4,000 years ago, Esau and Jacob had a rift, and they kind of hated each other. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Jacob and Esau. And then Esau was wise. And he came to his brother, and Jacob bowed to him, and Esau and Jacob became friends again. But then their relatives split up. This war has been going on for 4,000 years. The Ukrainian-Russia war has only been going on for 1,000 years. You know. But this Esau-Jacob war has been going on for 4,000 years. The Muslims adopted a different God, so the conflict continues. And the Ayatollah doesn't, I want you to listen to this very carefully. 4,000 years ago, Esau and Jacob made up as brothers. They hugged each other and intermingled their tribes and became brothers again. The Ayatollah doesn't have the wisdom of Esau. He's much older. You'd think he'd be much wiser, but he's filled with hate. Hate is eating him up, which is why he's aged so fast. Those demons in him create hate, and he hates the Jews in Israel. And that hate has blinded the Ayatollah, which is why he's eating shellfish and drinking alcohol. He hates. And in that hate and control and the murders he's committed and all those souls asking God for retribution for their murders because the Ayatollah is a murderer, he doesn't have the intelligence or the wisdom to go to Israel on a peace mission on a train and say, let's end this conflict. Because a third of our country is Jewish descendants. Let's end this conflict now. The Ayatollah doesn't have the intelligence to do that. He sits underground sipping champagne, eating lobster tails, while the people above him are being killed. Much of Iran is underground now. The weapons they have that are nuclear are underground. In 2007, I tried to get with the FBI and the American ambassador as an ambassador of another nation to stop nuclear rods being sent to the Ukraine from the United States, Moxie rods containing plutonium, from being smuggled across the Black Sea through Turkey and into Iran. And as a federal officer, as an American citizen with a commissary I was supposed to be able to go to, and as an ambassador representing another country, I could not see the American ambassador. He was that arrogant. We are that arrogant overseas. We are the most arrogant jerks the ambassadorial world has ever seen. Will threaten everybody. Us and I believe the Czechoslovakians and the Germans and the French and the English. Definitely the English. Stuck up on themselves. They are God's gift to the world. And we tried to stop it. So Iran has been getting nuclear energy from the United States, since nuclear rods from the United States to turn into nuclear weapons ever since 2007 when I got Mossad out of the deal. $60 million in nuclear rod. Money flies. We just keep dropping those pallets of $100 bills all over the Middle East and all over Southeast Asia and all over Kazakhstan and Tajikistan. Pallets. I have a friend whose son pushes the pallets out of the planes. Pallets of $100 bills. So they can create terror in the rest of the world. This is all the CIA operation. They have their own Air Force. It's part of the U.S. Air Force. So as Esau and Jacob made peace, the Ayatollah, Netanyahu is number 2, number 3. He's led by the Rothschilds, the demons. We know that Israel is led by the demons. We know that the average Jew doesn't want anything to do with this war. We know that the average Iranian doesn't like missiles falling on their heads, but they can't feed their people anymore. Their wells are dry, their rivers are dry. They have to have WAR. Same in Pakistan, Afghanistan, all across Central Asia, all across Africa, and all across southeastern United States, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, California, Nevada. The wells are running dry. So we need a WAR. Actually, what we need to do is knock out NASA headquarters, because it's 111 yesterday in Phoenix. They said it was 107. Little lie here, little lie there. Pretty soon they steal more money. Global warming, global cooling, global climate change. Sounds like a little cartoon, doesn't it? Except they're stealing more money, more money, more money. Trump's finally put his foot down, so the Rothschilds want to destroy the United States. That's why Powell's not lowering interest rates. That's why they're dragging us into a conflict in Iran with China and a conflict in Ukraine with Russia. They want to destroy the United States. The United States must be destroyed first. We must turn them brown-eyed. Brown-eyed people don't compete on the open market. That's the head of the Jesuits. You've seen the interview. I've been showing it since my days on TV. Anyway, so whether we get a Pearl Harbor, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. We need a Pearl Harbor, a 9/11, a Pueblo incident, an Alamo incident, the Maine blowing up incident. The U.S. is really good at creating false flags. I'll tell you what, nobody exceeds the CIA's ability, the Black Ops, to create false flags. Nobody. They can kill 100 or 200 or 300 people on a video and get us into a major conflict. It doesn't even have to be real. Wag the dog. Watch the movie. So it's about a fake war with Albania that turns into a real war. Anyway, this is why I buy gold, because in times of conflict, gold skyrockets. God bless. Thank you very much, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And we have a very interesting video tomorrow. And we'll discuss the possibility of another Pearl Harbor to get us into this Iranian conflict. Trump says it'll be an exciting week. We'll find out. God bless. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.